Hello everyone, welcome to Create Pretty Things. I'm Debbie and we're here tonight to make a cute sign with this transfer. This transfer is called Howling Night, and it has a whole bunch of things that represent the holidays, the fall holidays. Ghosts and goblins, spooks galore, scary witches at your door. Jack-o'-lanterns smiling bright, wishing you a haunting night. I love that, don't you guys? All right, so we're just gonna get it out of its wrapper, and I'm gonna fold in. It comes in this clear wrapper, and this side does have adhesive. I'm gonna wrap it inside so that I can place it back in when I'm done. And the first thing we're gonna do is prepare our surface. I got this surface at the Dollar Tree, and it does hang this way, but I'm gonna remove this hanger and make it hang this way, or this way. So we're going to put our transfer on this way, and we are going to hang it the opposite way. To get started tonight, I'm just going to go ahead and paint the background of this with some white chalk paste, or chalk paint. And the reason I like to use the chalk paint is that it dries so quickly. So I'm just going to go ahead, and I'm using this foam brush. And this seems to be a little thick. But I'm just going to go ahead and paint it on. Yeah, it is pretty thick. Sometimes you have to dilute this down a little bit. Of course, the thicker it is, the longer it's going to take to dry. And I am going for kind of a weathered look, so we are going to apply some antique stain on this afterwards just to kind of make it look a little older. So I don't care really if it's perfect coverage or not. And actually, I think I'm going to spray some water on it just to kind of loosen that up a little bit. It is pretty thick. Okay, I've got it covered. Put my paintbrush away, and I'm going to go ahead and dry it just a little bit. Got a little paint on my forehead, but that's okay. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and use my heat gun today just to dry it. I think it's gonna dry a little faster than our heat tool would. And once it's dry, we're gonna use this antique wax. It's by Waverly. It's a liquid, and a little goes a long ways, guys. So I'm just gonna apply it with a paper towel after it's all dry, and we'll just kind of streak some dirty lines on there. Make it look aged and worn. May even sand it in some spots just to kind of help the aging process. What are you guys doing today? What's new? Happy Tuesday. Hope your week is off to a great start. As far as weather, we got some rain last night. I'm so excited. How's your weather been? I woke up to wet streets and I could hear the rain in the night. And it feels like fall out there. I hope your weather's calming down a little bit too. So I wanted to talk to you guys about our transfers. They are silkscreen transfers. They're adhesive. They have a sticky on the back, which helps with placement. They are reusable between 8 and 12 times, as long as you clean them after you use them and take care of them. Put them away properly. You can use them over and over again, which comes in handy if you're wanting to make multiple signs. Maybe you want to share it with your family members so that they can make their own signs. You can just clean it up and give it to them. They can get their own surface and reuse it. They are silk screens, so they give you a really consistent throughput for your paste. They create precise lines, and we have so many different chalk colors that you can really make your design unique. No matter what you want to do, you have lots of choices. So these are wonderful transfers. And if you're interested in joining our club, it's called Club Couture, and it's a monthly DIY. It's an 11.5 inch by an 8 by 11 inch transfer sent to your door. It comes with 3 coordinating paste packets, and also they just started this a couple months ago. It now includes an accessory. So one month it was a little chockable chip pumpkin. The next month it was some chockable chip words that give your design a little bit of dimension. So that's an extra perk that they've included recently. Also, the first month that you join, you get a free squeegee. Just that first month only, a free squeegee to get you started. So you'll have everything that you need to get started on your project, with the exception of a surface. You will have to find a surface. You can buy one through Chakatur, or you can go to any of your craft stores to buy your surfaces. You can go to Dollar Tree. You have so many different options. Let's see if this is dry. Yeah, that's dry. Okay, so now this is my antique wax. And actually, I think I'm going to use a water wipe for it. Like I said, a little goes a long ways. So I'm just going to get what is in my the lid to my paint, and I'm just going to kind of dab it on. I'm going to kind of streak the edges a little bit. I don't want a lot of color, so I'm just going to kind of rub it on, dab it off. Embrace those imperfections. I had a glob of white paint right there that wasn't dry, but I think it'll add to our sign. I want the edges really to be kind of dirty. Kind of blend that in just a little bit. So there's a couple different ways that you can age these. You can sand them. You can use like a tea bag perhaps, rub it on there and let it kind of stain it. You can use paint. You can use distressed oxide inks. You can use a stamp pad around the edges. So many different ways that you can make this look old and distressed. Okay, so see what I mean about a little bit going a long way? Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and wipe my hands. I am pretty dirty already, and I haven't even done anything, guys. Okay, we're gonna use a bunch of different colors on this. We're gonna do what's called an ombre technique, which just means that we're gonna blend colors down, use multiple colors, and we're gonna blend them. Just trying to clean up my counter a little bit. I'm kind of a messy crafter, guys, I'm sorry. Okay, so if this is dry, and it does feel dry, I am going to apply what's called surface wax on top of my wet paint. So when do you use surface wax? You use surface wax whenever you're going to put a transfer down on something that has been painted. The purpose is to give it a buffer between the transfer and the surface. It helps it not pull up the paint that you just put down. It protects your transfer from sticking so hard that when you pull it off, it stretches. And also, if you have a little bit of a layer of wax on here, if you make a little tiny mistake, let's say your paste bleeds, it's easier to correct. So you want to put on a small layer, a thin layer, and once you do that, you want to kind of buff it in. You don't want a real thick layer. I do feel like it was thicker on this side. But that's okay, because I don't think I'm going to put my transfer on that side. Okay, so once you get that on there, you are going to see that it has a little bit of a sheen. I don't know if you can see it really good. This area right here is where I had a thick blob of paint, and when I went ahead and spread it around and did the distressing, kind of left that hole, and I like it. So I'm going to leave it. Okay, so these are our silk screen transfers, and since they are sticky, first of all, you're going to remove it from the transfer backer. Okay, the first thing I want to do is get a pen, and I am going to put an X on the back so that I know what the back side is. So when I put it back on, I won't have any questions about it. Next, I'm going to peel off my transfer from the backer and save this. You need this for the end to put it back on to make it stay sticky for the next time. I'm going to put it sticky side down on a piece of fabric. This is my fuzzing towel, but you can use any dish towel, any piece of fabric. You're just trying to lessen that stickiness a little bit, because like I said, if it sticks really hard to something that's freshly painted, it can pull off the surface paint down below. If it sticks really hard to anything else, it could stretch the transfer out. Now I'm going to go ahead and line this up at the edge, because I believe that what I want to do is put maybe some type of flowers or something along the side edge. So I'm just going to place it down, and I want to make sure there's a lump right here. So it's like a some kind of little lump. Try to scrape that off. You want your surface to be smooth underneath, because that way your paste will not run and bleed underneath. You want to make sure this is down completely so that you don't have any little bubbles. Now, I have got a big assortment of paste colors. I did put some paste in the shopping cart, but you can pick out whatever colors you want. I kind of went through and chose some fall colors, and I do like this one too, the green. So I'm just going to go through. I'm going to start with my orange peel, and it has to be creamy dreamy. And what you're going to do is you're going to put the right side in there. This is your squeegee. This is a mini squeegee, so you can use either the small squeegee or the mini. You're going to dip the tapered edge into your paste, and I'm just going to start applying some of this orange. I want to go over my top line and maybe halfway down my second line. Okay, make sure it's over all the letters. Put your extra back in. And then we're going to go on to our next color, which is going to be Hey Pumpkin. I'm going to go ahead and use a different squeegee, and we're going to apply it down. And you do want your colors in your jar to remain true, so go ahead and use a different squeegee or clean your squeegee off in between. And now that I have that on there, I'm going to wet my finger just a little bit, and I'm just going to kind of blend that so that it's getting a different color gradient down there, but it's gradual. Then I'm going to go for my saffron. And I'm going to bring it down. And actually, that could have gone up halfway to this one, just to have a little bit of a color difference. Okay. Next, I'm going to go on to my papaya. This one's a little drier. You want to peel this up while it is still wet. So since this one's so dry, I am going to go ahead and peel this up right now. I'm going to kind of blend it. I'm going to add some distilled water to it. So next time I use it, it'll be a little thinner. I'll mix it up before I put it away. I'm going to go ahead and wet my finger, and I'm going to kind of blend the darker color with the lighter color, just to kind of get that color gradient going. And let's go ahead and peel up what we have so far. Okay, it's looking good, guys. I'll show you guys. This is what it looks like so far. A little bit of color difference from the top to the bottom. And the reason I'm pulling it down is because I don't want that to dry in the silk screen. So this was my papaya. I did want to bring that down a little bit, halfway into this line. And then I'm going to go to the eucalyptus. Eucalyptus is a greenish color. This one also is a little dry, so I will add some water to that before I put it away. And I'm going to mix it up too before I put it away. Okay, then I'm going Whoops. Let me go ahead and pull that up too. And then we'll just have the black line at the bottom. Oh, I like that. Okay, and my last is gonna be just my black velvet. I'm gonna do Haunting Night in black velvet. So I'm just gonna dip my squeegee in there. Cover it completely. Make sure you get the tops and the bottoms of your letters, guys. That's something I'm working on. Okay, let's peel that off and see what we have. I'm gonna put this back here just so that I can have it stick there until I'm ready to wash it. But look at it. Isn't that cute? I've got a mistake here. I'm gonna try to get that off. Do you guys see the color difference? Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna try to get that paste off. I'm just gonna scrape it. Since I did put the wax on there, it should come up pretty easily. If not, it's part of the dirtiness. It's part of the grunge. What do you guys think? Do you guys like this board? I like the shape of the board. So it's kind of grungy. I'm gonna throw all my squeegees into my water bath here so I can kind of clean up. And then I thought what I would do, I have a couple different floral elements. I had this one, but it's kind of a Christmas one. Yeah, I think that's too Christmassy. I also have this one, and I really thought this one spoke Halloween or spookiness to me. I think I'm just gonna add that to it. I'm gonna go ahead and, I've got some raffia. I think I'm gonna tie the stem with raffia. I've got my glue gun on. I have to cut that stem. Yay! Okay, so raffia. Raffia is always kind of messy for me, guys. Let's see if I can get this started. Okay, so I've got some raffia here. I'm just going to cut a little bit of it, and I'm going to tie it around this stem. Just in like a loop, a first step of tying your shoes. I'm going to do a bow. So that's what that looks like right now, guys. Okay, so now I'm going to get my glue gun. I think I'm just going to glue it down here. And if I want to, I can also either glue it or staple it. I might glue it. Staple it right up here, glue it right up here to keep it in place. I do want it kind of to be away from my words. So let me just hold it there for a second. I may need to staple this. Okay, so here's our project. What do you guys think? It's cute, isn't it? Okay, that's it for tonight. I wonder if I should have dirtied this edges a little bit more. I might do that too later. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please like and follow the page, and I'll see you guys again soon. Thanks so much. Bye.